Did you know that there is a particular place on earth that God seems to be really fond of? That's right, an everyday place with streets and buildings and people. Not a metaphor or a hypothetical, a geographical location. And it's called Jerusalem. Over the years, all sorts of wars have broken out around Jerusalem, and many terrible things have happened to this city. So naturally, many efforts have been made to fix the problems that keep popping up. Like the passing of hundreds of UN resolutions, or awarding the Nobel Peace Prize to Yasser Arafat. Heck, even Bill Clinton tried playing his saxophone when all else failed. But it seems like the more we try to fix things, the worse they become. Now, we could continue coming up with elaborate strategies and complex plans to restore peace and well-being to Jerusalem, but sometimes the most complex problems are solved in the simplest ways. So what we decided to do, and what we're asking you to do, is the simplest thing anybody possibly could do. Pray. That's right, pray. You might be thinking, well, I live in Ireland or New Zealand or Nebraska. Why should I pray for a city I've never been to? Well, to give credit where credit is due, the idea has been around for a while, and it turns out we're actually commanded to pray for Jerusalem. See, we told you God was fond of them. And then there's always the possibility that praying for peace and goodwill is always the right thing to do. Now, we thought that praying for the peace of Jerusalem might sound complicated or like a lot of work, so we had the bright idea of starting small and keeping it super simple. What if we began by praying on one day every year? Just one. Sort of how we in America eat turkey the fourth Thursday of every November, or how Canadians celebrate their national animal on Beaver Day, the last Friday in February. What if we prayed for the peace of Jerusalem the first Sunday of every October, just making it a part of our prayer service that week? God might think it's really cool to have his children praying in different languages, in different ways, for the very same thing. And while some remain skeptical that prayer makes a difference, hundreds of thousands have already committed to pray for the peace of Jerusalem this one day a year. Who knows? Maybe prayer will remind us that we're not in charge of the world to begin with. Or maybe prayer will move God's heart to do something wonderful in Jerusalem. Or maybe, just maybe, prayer will change us. Let's find out. Sign the prayer resolution and mark your calendar for the first Sunday of every October, and join us and the world as we unite in prayer for the peace of Jerusalem.